He's kind of nerfed a bit, like obviously with like his mana cost a little bit here and there, but and obviously his armor and all these little small.
В любом случае, пытались Newbee здесь заблочить спауна, раздеваться чуть больше своим преимуществом сейчас собой получить спаун, чтобы не было никакой возможности вести этот лагерь крип. Ну, естественно, здесь пришла против криплы, уже пошла атака на крау, на баке на бэбе, есть телекинез, на бэбе закидывает тупо, как, а сам страдает, расстреливает, понимает, что не достает до бэбе, тут разворот начинает
and Bello still takes a decent amount of damage to his fate as he gives him a good old right click. Newbee is going to be forced back here and probably has to use his healing salve in a second as he will be able to get just one step ahead of all that right click damage. Really thought they were going to be able to get Kaka to begin with, but Nice telekinesis throw into Bello stops a lot of that damage, and Kaka was able to get himself away. And part of that is the power of that ability in the lane phase. In fact, going on to Bello, they're going to try and trade Kaka. Kaka's going to try back away, but it's not fast enough. Still, he goes down into the kill and Girl Ranger. Very valuable for you.
This is an approach that a lot of teams were doing for Ground Rangers, just running an aggro tri-lane versus them. But also I think it's just to get the Slardar like levels in just a pretty decent matchup. I mean, Furion, of course, versus Slardar. Slardar is going to struggle quite a lot, especially on top of Drow Aura, but at least he's able to get something rather than just being completely zoned by the Ogre and the Disruptor if he wasn't short offlane.
Continue to try and be really aggressive here. They're going to be able to get the lead seed on the Newbee. They're going to be able to run him down with this thing quite easily. Still expecting perhaps the Furion to be able to come in. Fred is finally here, but he does manage to get the Sprout to block anybody off.
Not coming actual right click damage they dish out. They have to be so careful with their positioning. Like if the Ogre steps up, he's almost at the potential of dying even though he has down shield and even Ogre.
Уже есть облок, левел 5, будет краш еще один. Маши нет.
Pressure on Korath. He's gonna get him here.
He's done for. Trapped inside the trees against
Ребята справлялись с экшеном, они его смогли пробить. А дальше
he pulls the lane back, he suicides the control, he
хватает скорость атаки,
gonna keep farm him. This guy is their space
перед
maker, so him having such a good start is gonna be massive.
А Деван Фейв стоит на месте, да, начинает помочь ему. Фейв очень живучий персонаж, они пытаются первым падает, все создает эксклюзив, хватит ДД, даже были флаг, подкидывается, своим не может погибнуть, так и не убив, вот, да, это эксклюзив, Марта, хорошо добрались на этой линии, пришлось, конечно, получить огромное количество ресурсов, тем не менее. Все время перетяжка, а тут пошла, мы помогаем немножко закипяем, подстрать позицию, есть опять-таки Гармор, будет клин, и на этих клин, забал, дальше идет, здесь тоже папа, убегает перед никуда не идет, поднимают его, убивают, подожди, Фейв,
Secure yourself, your ancient, secure yourself. That Roche says you're mentioning.
MVP Phoenix, in some ways, it's, you normally think about living armor being quite strong against a little bit of harassment damage against powers, but QL is going to be gone on using on the flashbacks onto him, but he still takes up a lot of this. The Great Keeper's close. Still, though, with the minus 1, I think he might get the run down. Turns on Bello instead. He's going to rush off, run himself away from the bird. 9 comes forward, Silence back with a big nuke comes out from SC. That right click damage did so much. He tries to chase down Bevy as well, but slows down now as the Visage gets a good nuke off, but in the Ag Receptor, even if he's support he needs that pickup absolutely. So it'll help him get to level 16 as well to be able to get that Ag Receptor. And they'll reach this very big peak for MVP Phoenix, and that's really where they will hit their strongest. But getting to that point, so that's going to be a little bit tough. You're going to see Page and go for a lot of four. They're going to try and come in with KP, but unfortunately he's been silent still. They managed to get Bevy on the front line. KP still looking for that cross. Goes to the back line, hits the Disruptor while Bello's chased down by Nine. Throw out 200 damage nuke with that right click.
Case turned as well. That's just like the perfect situation for them. Faith with the beautiful 4-man overgrowth. Just gives them the perfect potential.
You see how they're cutting down the jungle, trying to pick off on somebody's farm.
Когда привлекает к себе внимание, даже если он погибает, ничего страшного. Джангл просто привлек к себе внимание, то время не собирает назад.
That's pretty much what that was. He's like, I knew they were there. That's pretty much how I feel about right there. He's just like, I'm eating the game. You guys are getting rushed here. Scanning is not going to be big. They seem to be kind of aware that this rush is online, but it is too late.
amplified damage actually from the creeps off the powers here.
Be doing the damage. His team already has the damage.
Yeah, Templar Assassin is certainly zero. A lot of attack speed. QO is a goner. Amplified damage, and they just quickly three-shot him with SD. Through some of that great keeper's cloak. He's gonna have a rather early BK, meaning people don't even have to worry about the disruptor and his influence on the game. BKB will allow him to pretty much do whatever actually
самое главное, наверное, звеньев стоящей базы, будет игроки Талора, когда на территории слабо проблемы, оверграунд,
Newbee can actually take a nice heal coming out against it. Also a little bit of heal from the healing ward as well as that living armor. The Omnislash just rips through so many of the heroes of MVP. Phoenix jump forward, they're going to be able to find another one. That's going to be Febby. Tanky Ogre, not so tanky with missing so much armor.
Oh my, this is actually starting to look so troublesome for MVP. They committed so much to try to kill that Slaughter, and then just living on with healing ward is too much.
Fade. Slaughter's going to be there free farming, but Furion's going to impact that tri-lane scenario. But they didn't actually win those tri-lane areas. Even with the extra hero being brought in, they never actually got the connection with the kill.
He didn't top on net worth, which is great. By Febby.
Yeah, Febby's definitely a goner. Bounce back Bellow, Fate again in a beautiful position. Hits the overgrowth, is going to be able to lock down these right clickers. They can't do anything, and now MVP Phoenix, they might be able to pick up one kill out of this. They will manage to get at least the Tree Protector, QO in the backline. Manage to take out two of the supports. Newbee, though, will just keep on marching forward with all their cores. Two-shotting the disruptor. Again, combination of yeah, QO should never have come back. Rampage for SD. 9-18 Newbee. Very dominant looking in this game. Phoenix is going to go for that smoke now, but Faith is going to be able to in part ruin that smoke. KP also bounce back some and doesn't quite catch Faith. They are going to be able to get her now, but it's also the setup. KP tries to come through. Doesn't shift sound effect. He's going to blink it by Bello. SD here. He doesn't need a nuke at all. He goes straight for the support. Takes him out. QO is going to be next. Easily eating through that armor. And Faith desperately trying to survive for all that she will. The Faith includes and MVP still hasn't displayed anything. Newbee, they're done with this game. They have won it. I don't see how MVP Phoenix, maybe they just try and sit in the game and hope for a way back in, but it's very clearly Newbee with the tight control over this game.
They're on it. I think that's the right move. Honestly, they've only got that one tier 1 pressured. I think it was really dictated by that middle battle. Like, even though it seemed like they could kind of come back, you could feel how pressured they were. They did that
первый матч
he doesn't even die in the end.
случились таким образом, произошли такие события, что оба лидера, я имею в виду параллельные встречи, где играли Вернайстеров против MVP, и в этой встрече играли против MVP Phoenix. Два лидера здесь и здесь там, но One сделали Rampage.
They seem to kind of is weak in these lanes, but he can just take advantage so much of like positioning in the lanes. Like, you have to be very careful where you're standing, especially versus like Ogre, Drought, Ruby.
Pops some region, maybe Kaka just decides it is time to end his life. He bites, boom, bites forwards.
Gets a taunt on UU9.
Oh god, so close, a little bit more, maybe just the damage over time, and it is enough. First blood will go to Rep, striking back hard after being forced away from the Ogre. Ogre leaves the lane, and somehow he's able to get just what he just... Rapid rotation coming in from Newbee here. Two-man smoke up from the two supports. They're going to lay down some nice aggressive vision that will be able to help out the Draw Ranger. This is 1v1, but more importantly, they can get a kill on Fred here. Throw him into the creep wave. Going to be able to get a lot of damage. Just kite him around. They are going to try and TP in with a Witch Doctor, but it's just going to be a bit too late. Fred does end up going down. They drops a bit low. Paralyzing cast. You want to, pressure and allow the Draw Ranger to be able to succeed, so maybe it relieves some pressure from Morphling. But we also talked about the fact how Fred needs to be able to come online relatively early with this Blink Dagger as he's being chased away, but as a Tombstone blown, a TP could be wasted. Bottom lane, they aren't going to be able to get the initiation on Barrett. Kind of kite him around. It looks like they're good to make this kill. Barrett, unless he gets crazy lucky on spins, he won't be able to get a shot. He throws it down just to be able to get a little bit of extra damage, but Dubu's going to die as well, as the damage is just too much for them to handle. KP,
he's a lot of mana. Yeah. But yeah, he's got a bottle. He's gonna make the rotation to the mid lane. This could be where they put the pressure on the Knight.
Yeah, this can actually catch out MVP Phoenix while they're pretty aggressive forward here. Nice Sandstorm to be able to dodge any initiating stun, but he only gets a Bro Strike on the one. His team not really able to follow up. Underneath the Tombstone, it's hard for them to be able to pursue forward. They finally kill the Tombstone. KP almost dying here, but QO can't quite get the kill. And as he charges forward, waveform onto one, gets one support, right clicks the other one down, and now it's going to be QO who's going to be silenced up. Unable to do the Song of Sirens. Last second, 35 HP. Woohoo!
The raindrop saving lives again.
Yeah, that nuke from SC just not quite enough.
Damn, that's crazy. Like, you see how fast Newbee collapsed on that mid lane. They're like, this tower's important right now. We don't want to lose the tower at 8 minutes. Bring 5 heroes. Borev's not able to respond in time, obviously, because he's Max in the bottom lane. He can't really TP to his tower and try to get involved in that type of way.
Yeah. And that's a large part. Oh. Swap back, telekinesis though, Bello, put back into his play, he's going to be peppered away at some crossroads. He'll be able to get that kill, waveform forward, they get one, paralyzing cast, bouncing around, but it's not going to be enough to save Google. Looks like he gets bounced over to 9, he will actually be able to stay alive. KP is going to have to dive in deep for the Burrow Strike, and might be able to escape still. Burrow Strike onto the Witch Doctor is going to be able to kill him, pop into Caustic Finale, SC, not quite fast enough to not expect, as you said, that hero to be snuck away inside the trees. Really good read though. That in part is thanks to this ward right here. But is MVP Phoenix going to react fast enough? Newbee's going to be able to wrap around here on the mid lane tower. They kind of got set up with Duba on the side here, but it looks like they're just giving Bevy up.
Oh,
they're saying
nope. Grab too, Kaka. Is he going to go get the lift, Duba with
that? Right. We're going to go for kills and make you feel constantly like you're under assault. And that for me is why I think, MVP Phoenix maybe one step behind where people are thinking right now about the game.
I completely. Oh man. SCC walked up into the darkness by himself. Yeah, I mean, he grabbed an Invis rune and just walked into the enemy jungle, and MVP was there with 4 heroes.
Alright. Yeah, I just kind of figured, or playing all good by himself, especially with an Invis rune, apparently not. Newbee, though, are going to 4-man smoke straight into the jungle, right where SC died, and try and catch some of these MVP Phoenix perhaps off guard, thinking that they just secured themselves a numbers advantage. There's no way Newbee would fight, but Newbee was definitely going to be fighting here. They're going to go in straight to the epicenter on the belt. That's going to be a quick kill, even with the Soul Rip. It won't delay his death. Dubu is going to be able to TP out, but Febby might be the second kill here. We're going to have Tranquil Boots online in 5 seconds. Febby's going to have to get himself into the trees in a good position to be able to TP out. That's a smart one, but unfortunately KP is a little bit faster than SC in this regard. Does manage to get the stun off in time, granting them 2 kills.
Under attack.
Tier 2 will fall. Unai is able to pick that one up.
Playing dagger timing now.
Yeah.
The thing that's incredible is that KP is doing all this movement and all this action without the blink. Like, you don't see too many players. Like, you see, like, Blink do a few nights do that, but now, SCC.
Oh, look at it go! 93-man Burrow Strike. That is going to stop things immediately. They are going to be able to get a counter death ward. That actually almost kills QO. Unfortunately, he's very tanky to physical damage. He'll be okay. Nice attempt there, Kaka. Febby's going to be the one caught out, though, as he tries to rotate over to help out his allies. He instead trapped upon by Newbee. And now they can go ahead and go for more objectives. Nice epicenter set up, and that magic damage burst that we talked about, not quite enough. Fortunately, maybe if KP was level 11 and he had that second level of epicenter, maybe if they just had a better, some sort of nuke that was stolen by Ruvik or really any control.
Kaka was short of both spells, so he was trying to. I think he was trying to decide which one would be the better play to do, and he isn't using either.
Whoa, Febby caught out here as the rotation comes across. They just took that tier 2 bottom lane, maybe despite having a disadvantage in numbers sometimes, where Naga Siren's trying to split push or something like that. Like this guy and Axe, those are the two that allow you to be able to stop some of these pushes.
This is just. I mean, it's snowballing out of control. They do have a Naga though, so it does take some obviously it takes time. But
yeah, shake it, Kaka. You shake it. Shake that death ward. Paralyzing cast and a counter death ward from Dubu shows them how it's done. A support for a core, though. Remember that Vengeful Spirit is still ultimately a core. They're going to be able to get the Undying in the backside is once again
negligible.
Can't even get the bounty ring, huh, Duo? And see, literally half a second ahead, they're going to be able to get the call and see starts warping the strength, but they're just not going to be able to take it out fast enough.
Yeah, this is at the point where the more fling becomes.
Oh god, another 3-man Burrow Strike into the epicenter. Goodbye, QO. He'll die to this damage over time. The Song of Siren not lasting long enough for any of his allies to escape, it looks like. Brad will be going down, good to TP away for one. But that is just going to be the Undying getting out. Everyone else goes down on the side of going to be able to push out. All the lanes are pushed in. They have very good aggressive vision, especially at the top half of the map. So if they keep middle and bottom lane pushed in, they pretty much know everything about MVP Phoenix at all times.
Yeah, they don't even want this. They know that they can close this game out so early. Obviously, it's 3-17, so they feel very confident. But confident that that's that. And Faye's going to be going for that very early fight as well. So they're just looking to get all the pressure.
Jump in,
on the two, that's pretty good. They're going to be able to follow up with a stun, but really, there's just nothing good there. Velo's going to be able to swap back, but now he's in danger as he just keeps on marching forward. He knows he can. He's got the nuke, not going to be able to finish out the call. Not there in time. Velo needs to take out from the urn. Meanwhile, they've already taken out the Naga Siren. Moon 9 needs to come forward. A really good paralyzing cast. Betsy's going to be stopped up. There's so much tombstone action. They're actually going to be able to win this fight with some of the buybacks. Betsy's still not able to stay alive through the nukes of SC. He's just too big. Another buyback comes out. They're going to be able to get the call on Akaka, but SC is away. They're sacrificing some of their supports, it seems like, as the tombstone prevents their escape. But most importantly, SC did manage to get out despite all those buybacks from MVP.
Yeah, tons of buybacks from MVP. They end up losing their main cores. That tombstone was actually so...
MVP Phoenix desperately needs to be able to get a big pick here and transform that into some semblance of map control. They're going to be able to have their smoke pop. They're going to go for the swap back on a bait. KP is sitting on the side here. The call goes down. KP comes forward, does manage to get the burrow strike on Perez, tries to run himself forward. A good silence out there from Velo, but Moon9 is actually kind of stuck here. He's going to have heroes right up in his face. There's going to be no physical damage coming out from him, and if Perez can get this chop onto Faith, then it'll be a big movement speed boost. But now here comes the Song of Siren. Everything starts slowing down. They're going to be able to catch multiple heroes here. Even if Moon9 managed to get away, the two supports are definitely done so. Ruby's going to be the first to go down. They will eventually be caught here. And the core is kind of sitting on the side still looking for an opportunity to make a go, but they realize with their supports down and a little bit of extra movement speed thanks to a Culling Blade onto an illusion, will push forward. Still.
Yeah, the rest of them will probably just...
Is this about the time? Because before you had MVP Phoenix hemmed in, you knew basically whenever they pushed out where their wards are going to be, most likely, unless they were super defensive, in which case you don't really care that much. They did their smoke. They've managed to push out some. Is this the time you think about buying a gem just to re-control the map? Oh. Jump in. This is going to be real bad. It's going to lead into a silence eventually here. Kiwo doesn't really stand a prayer here. Being a man, maybe he'd be able to get rid of that silence and get the Song of Siren off, but he just doesn't have that item yet.
He felt safe. He did feel safe. Like, they knew the smoke was going on, but he was like, okay, they're not going to smoke here. They're going to smoke to like an objective. They're going to smoke to a lane, but going for the kill. They knew he's farming in the jungle. Like we said, that's the safest place for him to farm. Safest place for him to farm, and that's probably what Newbee's thinking as well. Like, he's in our jungle. I think that their better play is definitely buying a gem. They put it on QO, at least able to control the map, make sure that they're not getting all the...
The call goes out. Perez is going to be the target here. Telekinesis, the tombstone's behind him. They get really good heals out. The tombstone will eventually die here. Moon 9 focuses down pretty well. He keeps the rest of MVP Phoenix back too. QO bought back for all of this. And they don't actually get a fight that they can push forward and succeed. They didn't bring anybody low enough with that axe initiation.
Yeah. They really wanted to try. They wanted to get kills, absolutely. And them not getting kills, that's actually super detrimental. Now it slows down the Manta style a lot by QO. And yeah, Newbee now complete access, complete control of the map. Bottom lane is kind of pushing in MVP's favor, but yeah, there's no way that they can get there, no way that they can benefit or capitalize on it.
In some ways, that buyback was necessary, right? Just because Throw Ranger lineups push so quickly, you need to try and get the jump on them before they push into the tower, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially because they have Aegis still, and he's level 16, so he's got that little bit of a power spike from his level 3 marksmanship.
Yeah. 2 minutes still on the clock for that Aegis. Newbee continue to push forward with confidence. Still don't have the Ethereal Blade, but they want to make use of this Aegis, and they could potentially end the game right now because
Kiwo does not have a buyback. They know that 2 telekinesis call. They do manage to grab the 9, but there's just no follow-up for MVP Phoenix. They're just trying to keep Red alive, but there's no threat on the Newbee side. They're all very high HP, and MVP comes forward. He's going to be targeted a little bit, but he bounced back by the Hurricane Pike. Betty's going to be the one blown up instead. He comes forward for Decay. All of the string of the world won't stop him from going down. Kiwo going to be targeted here, but instead of the silence going up, they swap him back, but again, it's MVP Phoenix just trying to keep some cores alive rather than getting the kill. Finally, a jump forward, and there's the first Culling Blade of the match. Perez managed to get a really good call out, but it's only going to be able to kill 1 core, and he's still going to be pecked down
by this Hurricane Typhoon 9 Draw Ranger. He keeps his distance and rips cores apart. Now it's only QO left alive, and Newbee will just end this game right here, right now. They're just going to move to the second lane of Rax. There is only one buyback for MVP Phoenix. 20 seconds left for all the other heroes, so maybe they can buy back and defend their top lane of Rax, but Newbee are still going to be in an extraordinary situation here in this game number 2. Very unlikely.
Yeah, Naga versus the world, there's no way that you can do it in this type of game. Newbee, they realized what went wrong in the last fight too. Like the tombstone went down, and they instantly, you could see all 5 of them switch to it automatically, not caring what was position.
There's a call for Hurricane Pike over the cliff.
They are going to be able to catch some of these heroes. Berev, 5 seconds. He may still be able to catch some people here with this call as the song siren wears out. 1 more second, he needs to be able to get to 9, that's for sure. They're going to try and collapse on him. He still has an agent, so meanwhile, Bell in the background is being pummeled by SC. And since Carry Morphling goes to work, finally they're going to bring down Blue 9, but that's just the agent. They're going to try and go for Kaka next. Mini Rubik, as an Undying, managed to steal that ultimate, but Bevy, the real Undying, he'll be the one dying. Barrett, he'll also be going down here. The Ethereal Blade finally up. SC makes short work of some of these cores. Ultra kill for him. He looks for the Rampage, but MVP Phoenix will deny QO and back to Fountain. Will they surrender this game? The series taken by Newbee in very clean 2-0.
Yeah, it almost seemed like the lanes were not so great for Newbee, but the rotations they made.